Hey, stop what you're doing right now and listen to me close, because what I'm about to share with you in the next few minutes could add years to your life or to the life of somebody you love dearly. I have been practicing the old ways of healing for over 55 years up in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica, and I can tell you something the hospitals won't. Most doctors will never sit you down and walk you through what I'm about to walk you through, not because they don't know. These are good men and women, but because it doesn't come in a pill bottle, it doesn't generate a prescription, and in a 12-minute appointment, there simply isn't the time. So today, I'm going to take my time with you, because you, my friend, you are worth more than 12 minutes. You are worth everything. My name is Ezekiel Campbell. My people call me Papa. I was born in a small village above Kingston, and my grandfather, a bush doctor, known across the parish, trained me from the time I could walk. He used to tell me one thing over and over again. He would say, Zeke, all disease begins in the belly, and modern science, by the grace of the Creator, has finally caught up with my grandfather. Your gut is the master regulator of your immunity, your inflammation, your hormones, even the melatonin that puts you to sleep at night. And here is where it gets serious. A study published in the British Medical Journal in 2020 followed more than 100,000 people for 30 years. 30 years, my people. They found that folks who practiced just 5 simple lifestyle habits, the kind of habits I'm about to share, lived on average 14 years longer, free of chronic disease. 14 years. That is not a drug. That is not surgery. That is not chemotherapy. That is the way the Creator designed your body to work when you give it what it needs. Now I'm going to count down 5 habits today, from number 5 down to number 1, and I'm telling you now, number 1 will shake you. It is the single habit that 90% of folks over 60 are getting completely wrong, and it is quietly stealing years from their lives. But the order matters. Each habit builds on the one before it. So do me a favor, my friend. Don't skip ahead. Stay with Papa all the way through. Before we begin, do something for me. Drop a comment below and tell me your age. Go on, I want to know who I'm talking to. And tell me this, what is the one health worry that keeps you up at night? I read every single comment on this channel with my own eyes, and your answers shape what I cover next. Alright, let's begin. Number 5. A single ice cube placed at the base of your skull, right where the neck meets the head, can stop a tension headache in under 60 seconds. Most folks reach straight for the pill bottle. They never knew they had a switch on the back of their own neck. The mechanism is this. Your vagus nerve runs through that very spot. When cold touches the skin there, it sends a calming signal to your nervous system, like flipping the breaker on an overheated engine. The blood vessels in the head constrict, inflammation settles, and the pain releases. And here's the aging-specific reality. After 65, your body's ability to regulate inflammation drops by nearly 40%. So headaches hit harder, and they linger longer. I had a patient, Margaret, 73 years old, from Asheville, North Carolina, a retired librarian. She came to me taking 4 ibuprofen a day for her headaches. Her doctor had not caught how much that was harming her kidneys. I taught her this one trick. Within 2 weeks, she cut her pills by 80%. She said to me, Papa, I got my kidneys back, and I got my mornings back too. Here is how you do it. Wrap 1 ice cube in a thin cloth. Hold it at the base of the skull for 30 to 60 seconds, and pair it with 3 slow breaths through the nose. That breathing doubles the effect, according to research out of Stanford. But this is only the beginning. Number 4. A small cup of bitter herbs, first thing in the morning, before anything else touches your tongue. In Jamaica, we call it Serasi tea. Dandelion root works the same way. Slippery elm too. Bitter is medicine. The mechanism is this. The bitter taste on your tongue signals your stomach and your liver to start producing digestive juices, and it wakes up the entire gut lining. After 50, your stomach acid drops by up to 30%. That is why food sits heavy and you feel bloated after meals. Now listen close, because here is where most supplements fail my patients. After 65, the gut loses roughly 70% of its beneficial bacteria. And folks throw probiotics at the problem. But a probiotic without prebiotic fiber to feed it, and without postbiotics, which are the actual healing compounds the bacteria produce, is like planting seeds in dead soil. You need all three working together, or the soil stays barren. I had a patient, Robert, 68 years old, from Tampa, Florida, a retired mechanic, chronic bloating, low energy, brain fog every afternoon. I put him on a simple bitter morning tonic. Within 3 weeks, his energy came back 40% by his own measure. He told me, "Papa, I feel like my body finally remembers what morning is for." Pair the bitter herbs with a slow 5-minute walk outside in the early light. The sunlight sets your circadian rhythm, which governs everything the gut does that day. Now, I want to pause here because my patients always ask me the same thing. "Papa, what do you actually recommend I take?" There is one formula I have landed on after studying many. It is called BoochBod. It combines all three: prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics in a daily kombucha gummy. It uses 2 clinically studied strains, lactospore and postbiotics LM1004, along with dandelion root and slippery elm, the very same herbs my grandfather used in the hills. Over 30,000 folks are already using it. And it is a gummy, not a pill, because I know how my seniors feel about swallowing capsules. I will leave the link in the description below. And please speak to your doctor first before starting anything new. Now, let's get back into it. Number 3. 15 minutes of direct morning sunlight on your skin, ideally with your bare feet touching the earth, grass, sand, or dirt. The mechanism is 2 things at once. The light entering your eyes sets your master clock deep in the brain, telling your body what time it is. This regulates your cortisol in the morning and your melatonin at night, and the direct contact with the earth, what the scientists now call grounding, actually reduces inflammation in the blood. A study out of the University of California in 2019 found a nearly 60% drop in inflammatory markers after just 1 week of daily grounding. And here's the aging-specific reality. After 70, your pineal gland, the one that makes melatonin, produces less than half of what it did in your 20s. That is why you wake up at 3 in the morning staring at the ceiling. I had a patient, Dorothy, 79 years old, from Santa Fe, New Mexico. A widow, living alone, not sleeping more than 4 hours a night. We put her on 15 minutes of morning sun on the back porch, bare feet on the grass. Within 10 days, she was sleeping 6 hours straight. She told me, "Papa, I had forgotten what a real morning feels like." But the next one is even deeper. Number 2, 6 minutes of slow nasal breathing before bed. 4 seconds in through the nose, 8 seconds out through the nose. That's it, the mechanism. That long exhale activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest side of your body. It lowers your heart rate, drops your cortisol, and pulls your brain out of the fight or flight pattern that so many folks over 60 are stuck in without even knowing. And here's the aging-specific reality. Chronic low-grade stress after 50 accelerates cellular aging by as much as 10 years. A 2022 study from Harvard Medical School showed that 6 minutes of slow breathwork daily reduced biological age markers by nearly 5 years in participants over 60. I had a patient, Harold, 81 years old, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a retired steel worker, high blood pressure for 20 years, medicated, still climbing. We added this one practice. Within 6 weeks, his systolic pressure dropped by 18 points. His own doctor, I am happy to say, adjusted his medication down with him. Harold said, "Papa, I haven't felt this calm since I was a young man." Pair this breathwork with complete darkness in the bedroom. No phone, no television, no nightlight. Your pineal gland cannot produce melatonin in the presence of artificial light. Not even a little. Now brace yourself, because number 1 is the master switch. Number 1, 7 hours of deep unbroken sleep. Not the sleep where you wake up 5 times. Not the sleep you get after the television puts you out on the couch. Real sleep. The kind your grandmother had before the world had screens. This is the master switch. Every single habit I just taught you, the ice cube, the bitter herbs, the sunlight, the breathwork, they all exist to serve this one thing. Because sleep is when your body does its real work. It is not a passive state. It is the most active repair process in the entire human system. Here is the mechanism. During deep sleep, your brain activates what scientists now call the glymphatic system. Think of it like a garbage truck that only runs at night. It flushes out the proteins that, when they build up, lead to memory loss and the slow decline we all fear. Deep sleep also repairs your DNA, rebalances your hormones, resets your immune system, and consolidates every memory from the day. And here's the aging-specific reality. After 75, deep sleep drops by nearly 70% compared to your 30s. That is why memory fades, why the immune system weakens, why inflammation climbs. Not because you are old, my friend, because you are not sleeping deep enough. A landmark study from the Mayo Clinic in 2021 tracked 12,000 adults over 65 for 10 years. Those who got 7 hours of quality sleep showed a 33% lower risk of cognitive decline compared to those getting 5 or less. 33%. And a second study, this one from the European Heart Journal in 2023, found that folks over 60 with consistent deep sleep had 48% less plaque buildup in their arteries. I had a patient, Eleanor, 76 years old, from Charleston, South Carolina, a retired school teacher. She came to me after her daughter noticed she was forgetting names, forgetting her grandchildren's birthdays. Her doctor had mentioned the word dementia. Eleanor was terrified. We did everything I just taught you, and we built her sleep back up, slowly, from 4 hours broken to 7 hours solid, over about 4 months. Her daughter called me 6 months later. Eleanor had remembered her youngest grandson's birthday for the first time in 2 years. She told me, with tears in her eyes, "Papa, I got my mind back. I got me back. Here is the protocol. Room temperature between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Complete darkness, blackout curtains if you need them. No food 2 hours before bed. No screens 1 hour before bed. A cup of warm water with a pinch of sea salt about 30 minutes before you lie down. This steadies your blood sugar through the night." And the breath work from number 2, right before you close your eyes. Follow this and you will not just sleep, you will heal. Now, let me bring this home for you. This was never really about ice cubes or bitter herbs or sunlight or breath or sleep. Not truly. This was about your life, the mornings in the garden, the Sunday dinners, the grandchildren climbing onto your lap to hear one of your stories, your independence, your dignity, the simple, holy gift of being present for the people who need you. And hear me now, because this is the truth of the old ways and the new science both. It is never too late. Mother Nature built your body to heal at 70, at 75, at 80. The Creator did not stop working on you at 60. Your body is still listening, still willing, still ready to repair itself if you give it what it needs. You are not a passenger in this, my friend. You are the driver. You always were. So if today's message meant something to you, hit subscribe. I make this for you every week, and share this with one person you love. Your spouse, your sister, your best friend who needs to hear it. Then tell me in the comments, which of these 5 habits are you starting first? I read every single comment on this channel, and I answer as many as I can. And if you want the BoochBod formula I mentioned earlier, the link is waiting for you in the description below. Take care of yourself, my people, and I will see you in the next one.